Hello guys, I don't know if you heard, but we have an exciting show on YouTube called DailyDonilda, and this is our second episode. We have a really special guest. He's Thorsten, and he's going to introduce himself for our show.
My name is Thorsten Schildgen. I come from Germany. I work in Deutsche Bank in Berlin, and at the moment I have a sabbatical. I was now 3 months in Albania, then I went to Colombia, and now I live since 11th of March 2019 in Albania. Yeah, I studied business administration in Germany, and I have friends from many countries in the world. I traveled to 41 countries, and I also see myself as an international person.
How has a failure set you up for later success?
I worked in Luxembourg for 6.5 years, and then I quit my job. And they said, okay, wow, this is a failure. You left Luxembourg, you left all that good position with such a high salary. And I went from a lot to unemployment in Spain. But I discovered a new culture, I discovered a new country, I learned a new language. And later on I moved to Berlin, and I lived in Madrid, I lived in Berlin, and I had a more exciting life. And in Berlin later on I got something better. I could do something what I couldn't do before, because in that experience, when I had my time off, I learned so much things. Other people think it's a failure, but don't look at really what can happen when they change something.
So basically you worked on your resilience to get up after everything that sets you back in life. This is how I think it. I think it like if we have something that doesn't go so well in our lives, we bounce back. Sort of we get up from that difficulty, and I think I really believe that we are unbreakable. We are bendable, but not breakable.
Yes, correct.
So the human race in general, it can't be break. We can't be break. Our spirit can't be break. Our human being can't be break. And the thing that I believe, I trust the most, is that after every failure, you can call it failure, you can call it just something bad happened in your life, whatever you can call it. After everything that happens in our lives, we just set back from that, and we see forward. We see the future. That's what I believe.
Especially when you are stuck, because a lot of people are stuck and they continue the things. But the more time goes afterwards, they're getting more and more unsatisfied. So you have to find the moment when you are stuck, and then you have to change something. And this is what I did the last years, and I always took another opportunity.
True. So there are people that, as you said, or they are stuck, or they go to this spiral of depression, let's say, and they can't really get out of it.
Yes.
And it's a pity not to get out from a spiral you've created with your own mind.
Of course, you can stay in a job with a good salary. You have a lot of security, but you will not have the satisfaction. So sometimes you also need to reduce maybe your amount of money that you get and enjoy things what you really like to do. Like I said, a lot of people are not doing it because they are afraid of the change. They think that when they do the change later on, they cannot come back. They don't have enough self-confidence for themselves that they find again a way to have a good life. Your story is also you came to Albania and you wanted to start this company. It was not easy.
It was not easy at all.
People said this is too difficult for you. Go in a job and work money. You can earn much more money in there. No, it went that way, and you said no. I do that thing because it's more challenging for me, and in long term you will win more. And this is
true.
You need to risk something. When you always stay in the same and are stuck, your life is boring and you cannot develop.
You need to go out of the comfort zone.
Yes. I think you had a hard time too.
Really hard time.
Yeah.
Really hard time. Wanted to get to a job first, but then thought about it, and then it didn't work out. So I had to decide: get a job or be an entrepreneur. The most difficult one is being an entrepreneur.
Of course.
But besides the failures, besides the setbacks, besides the difficulties, I developed a resilience. I developed sort of it's a protection shield in some sense, because after every difficulty I just bounce back, I just set back, I defend myself. I don't break, because if you break you go into that spiral of depression that I told you, and that's not a good thing, because you need a lot of time to get it out. If you are unbreakable and you bounce yourself after everything that happens in your life, I think that's the success in life. And I like what you said, that money doesn't come with happiness. So if you have a lot of money, or if you make a lot of money, really doesn't make you happy.
Yeah.
Are there any quotes you live your life by?
It doesn't matter if it works today. In the future, I will make it. And I have a positive attitude. I show other people that I'm positive, and then the things are coming back to me. I will reach my goal. I will get what I want. And when I have that power to think like that, at the end I will also get it. So usually it takes time, for sure, but I believe in myself that I will get what I want, and in some way I get it. And when I look at my past, I managed so many things, and I'm really happy where I am now. Yeah.
What is the most worthwhile investment you've ever made? It could be in terms of money, energy, or time.
My investments in my sabbatical. So my first sabbatical was when I quit my job in Luxembourg at my time off. I moved to Madrid and I moved to Berlin and saw another different world, but what made me stronger. It was not always easy, but it was the right way, because I was listening to my heart. And now my sabbatical, so since September 2018, I have been now in Armenia, Colombia, Albania and some other countries for a short time. And I learned so much in that time, and that was a great investment, that I left my job where I used to do the things in a daily routine and take another possibility. I met a lot of people from different countries. I have speeches now with you and so on, and with the video. I had the same in Armenia when I left. Always at the end when I left the country, they asked me how was your time and what did you learn here in Armenia, here in Albania. That makes me also proud that I can do that now, and like in the future it will be even better. Yeah.
How about your trainings? I mean, is it difficult to do the trainings and sort of explain your concepts as a life coach?
Definitely my trainings. Like in the beginning, I had a lot of people. I was also talking in a university. Albania is not really ready in some way for personal development, because they are getting afraid of changing themselves. They have their routine, and they come one time, they listen to me, but they don't come a second time. They have no discipline to really work on themselves, because it takes a lot of energy. It's anger and fear, because I touch something of their personality. And personal development is hard. It's hard because you have to go through your fears and be relaxed.
Sort of, you're saying that they don't have the patience.
They don't have the patience, yeah. I see a lot of people talk so negative about the situation, that it's not changing. They complain. And I listen to many of them, and I say it's everything on yourself. Of course the situation is not good, but you should look at yourself and not too much on the outside. It's not easy. It's really not easy. But how other people see it in some way is difficult.
So you have to leave the world around you. You can't get out, in a sort of sense.
Yes, they have to change something.
But they can't, or they don't want to?
They don't want to. Because this changes, it makes them afraid. They like to complain. The way is to complain. And so they're so negative.
Do you think in general the easy way out is just complain, be negative, and just live in the world around you?
Somebody told me we don't need a coach here, we meet for coffee. Of course you talk about it, the situation, but it will always stay the same. all the time.
If you complain, complain
of
is
course,
going to
yeah, you can. It's good that you talk, that you meet for coffee.
Yeah.
But there is no development.
So what I think in general, not only here in Albania but around the world in general, I think there are people that want to live around the world they are born in.
Yes.
So the regulations that their family set, the regulations that the society set in general, they just want to live inside of those regulations. They don't want to change them. They don't want to see a better world. They don't want to see a better perspective.
I teach German, and all students, they want to go to Germany. They are a bit more open and they say yes, here in Albania the situation is difficult and we want to have a better life. But on the other side, they don't have a really exact goal. So you need to have a plan, what you want to do, what you really want to achieve.
How do you feel? How do you feel that that's not right for you and you want to do something else?
It comes to me. It's natural. I don't know how it is for other people, but because they don't find the right moment. But when I left Luxembourg, everybody says do that, do that, do that. I was listening to nobody, just to myself. And later on, I thought everybody else was wrong. They live not the life I want to live. And when I see them today, no, this is not my world. And then I left in many other places. So every person has some difficulties, some problems, and so on. But they're not fixing it. And some way this makes me also disappointed. And to find really mentors or people who are going the same way as you. And the more you develop, the less you find these people.
How important is learning from mentors, from other mentors?
Yeah, you have to be open to listen to others because, as I said, that when you only listen to your family, what your parents says, or probably what you only learn in school, it's not enough. So you also need to watch, for example, here YouTube videos about how to be successful, how to handle conflicts. If you don't go to seminars like what I'm offering, then you need to see also people from other perspective, how they see the life, and then you need to learn from them, because the word from your family or from your teachers is not sufficient to grow.
What are the 3 most inspiring life coaches today, in your opinion?
Like for me, my life coach came from the US. It was Jonathan Hamida. I met him in Berlin and he helped me a lot in a hard time. We met in a cafe usually and talked for 1 hour. And then on the other side, Navin Pillay, he has a center in Berlin. And I went to his workshops and also learned so much things that I never heard from anybody else. I'm happy when I'm back in Berlin to see him again. The 3rd one I would say is Nas Daily. I watched all of his more than 1,000 videos and he is really a great inspiration for everybody. I love his videos and every week, now it's not on a daily basis, and I'm looking forward to see the next video of him.
Nice. What are the 3 things you do in your training sessions?
So first I introduce the people about the topic. I ask what they expect from the sessions and what they would like to learn, what they would like to change. And I go also very much in details. So I want to see that they also talk about the situation where I'm in. Because the more practical it is, and also discuss, because somebody has a problem at work and or want to change anything else, but the person doesn't know how to do it. So in my workshops I try to really go deep and that the people open up and tell what is going on in their life.
Thank you for coming today.
Thank you for the invitation. Yeah.
Thank you everybody for being with us. I would love you guys to subscribe below because we invited foreign entrepreneur that is investing in Albania every week. And we are also on Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram or like us on Facebook. Thank you everybody for being with us. Until the next episode. Bye.